There's this joke going around that people are quitting their 9 to 5 to start a small business, so now they're working 24/7. And I know it seems a bit ridiculous, but some parts of it are really true. With a normal 9 to 5 job, you can leave your job at 5 and just do anything for the rest of the day. But owning a small business or a business in general, your brain works like non-stop because there's so many things that you need to think about. From packaging to buying supplies to social media, there's a lot of things that only one person needs to think about. So that's why it's essential for you to save time wherever you can. You don't want to get yourself in a situation where you're getting a burnout or you become really socially isolated. We have as a guest also my little doggy that is just chilling, not paying bills, but definitely being very tired. Nobody sat me down and told me you need to do this, this, this. It was really a bit of a trial and error situation. So I just want to share with you everything that has helped me these past 3.5 years. And without further ado, let's get into the video. The first thing that saved me a lot of time is my iPad. It's this little baby here where I also have my script about the video. I was really thinking if I should include this or not because is it really a necessity? But for time saving management, this has been definitely my number one. I'm starting very strong here with my number one. iPad is such a versatile tool, also for personal but also for business purposes. The iPad holds everything that I need, every type of application from video editing to photography editing. It also holds like my content planner and anything planning related. I got this at the beginning of last year and I really didn't know what I was missing because once you have one, it's definitely a game changer. Of course, if you're a bit traditional, you can still have like a notebook where you can write and plan everything. But for me, an iPad is really good because visually speaking, you can bring into meetings, you can make different type of boards on it and mood boards. Or if you have a client, let's say you're booking a wedding, just an example, and they want to see a bit the vibe of it and the type of candles or whatever business you are in, they want to see a mood board. It's so easy to just make one within your iPad. And you can say, yeah, I can make that on Pinterest. Yes, you can make it, but in an iPad you can also put notes, you can write different type of things. It gives you such an authentic feeling. I don't have a lot of applications on it because I'm really trying to keep it very clean. So I have a tab with my business things that I use, so my Shopify, Pinterest, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and I also have a tab with things that I do to relax, like Spotify, or like a coloring book that I can use my pen to just color on, you know, when I'm feeling a bit stressed or when I'm waiting for somebody to show up to a meeting. I am taking this baby everywhere I go. I'm sure you can also find cheaper versions of an iPad. You don't need to get the last one, first generation, second generation. I don't even know how it works. You can also find refurbished iPads that would work great. The next thing that really saved a lot of time for me was an application that I put on my iPad, and it's called Notability. There's so many YouTube videos that show you a lot of applications on how to really structure, either if you're a content creator or just anything for school, structure your content. And the most popular tool I saw is Notion. And I gave Notion a try last year when I first bought my iPad, but it just didn't work for me. The site was really slow. So every time I was trying to load my page, it would take like a minute. And I was like, this is not saving me any time. I don't know if it was a glitch on my end, but I know I researched back then and a lot of people were having this problem. Even though there's a lot of nice tutorials on Notion and how to make it work, for me, it seemed a bit too heavy to design all of these things. It was just a lot of work that I tried to put into it, but it just felt a bit like homework. And for me, I want something that can be quick, I can understand, it's structured. So that's what I went with Notability. This is a bit two-in-one because within Notability, I use the yearly planner and I buy it from Flourish Planners. I think this is my 3rd year of buying it, or maybe my 2nd year. And what this planner is basically a planner for your whole year. It has everything from building a mood board for every month. It has budgeting, it has things where you can take notes, you can structure your day. I find it super easy to use. You can click on the date and it automatically links you to that date. Also with the months, it's such an easy to use planner. Going back to Notability and why I really love it is the fact that it makes taking notes so much easier. For businesses, if you're in a meeting or something like this, you can just take your pen, write everything down. If you want to create a mood board, so basically insert images in a new document document and really structure something and make it as a presentation for somebody and then send it as a PDF via email, that is something that is possible. It's just an application that I use personally every day. Because I have my mood boards in it, it's also something that keeps reminding me what I need to do, both personal and business-wise. I'm a very visual person, so when I look at those images, it's just like something that reinforces me every morning that I need to really think about that, and I think about how can I reach that. I believe you can download Notability also on your computer, so if you already have a computer, I think it's easy to say that you can definitely use it. I think we're at number 3, schedule your posts. What are you doing if you're not scheduling your posts? It's so much easier because you can take a day out of your time. You have all your videos. Let's say you have like 5 videos already ready to go. Just schedule them, and you can do this on Instagram. You can do this on YouTube. Actually, I'm not very familiar if you can do this on TikTok. I will have to double check and write it if you can do it, because I don't really schedule my posts on TikTok for some reason. I just like it to just keep it in the drafts. But with Instagram and on YouTube, it's so much easier. If you have your posts ready, you can go in, edit it as you will, and instead of saving it in your drafts and maybe forgetting about it, you have the option to schedule the post, and you can choose a couple of days, right? You can do this with all the videos that you have, and you know that for the next 2 weeks, everything is scheduled. So you don't need to worry and constantly think, oh no, I need to post a video, I need to post a video. Let me give you an example. I started YouTube. Hello. And I had a lot of videos already from Instagram and from TikTok, right? So what I did is I downloaded my own videos, or I just searched them in the mess of content that my phone is, and I started to schedule them on YouTube. So I scheduled them for a full month already on my YouTube Shorts, so I don't need to worry at all about YouTube Shorts for the next month. The content was already there because I already made it for a full year for Instagram and on TikTok, and I choose the videos that perform the best, and then I put it on YouTube Shorts. And now a worry less that I don't need to think about YouTube Shorts. I really think you should try it. Just give it a try at least for a week and 2, and let me know how it works, if it really saves you a lot of time or not. The next point is having a good microphone. There's nothing necessarily bad in doing a voiceover with the microphone of your camera or the microphone of your phone, but let's be honest, having a good microphone, it really changes the game. If you're a full-time artist or a creator or owning a small business, especially if you clicked on this video, I'm assuming that you want to create content. And whether it's ASMR or it's voiceovers or you speaking directly to the camera, having a good microphone is a game changer. I see a lot of people talking about this by saying that actually having a microphone is even more important than having a good quality camera, because people want to hear what you have to say and you need to grab people's attention. I'm not trying to badmouth other people, because I was one of them as well, and I'm still trying to figure out actually how this microphone works, how can I maximize my voice to be heard good. I'm also a baby with this because I got my microphone, I think maybe a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months, when I decided to start making YouTube videos. Having a really good microphone now, I look back on my TikTok and Instagram videos where I did a voiceover, and you can really hear it, you can barely hear me. And again, I'm still a baby on it, so I hope I'm gonna get better. But to my point, what I'm using is actually the wireless Me from Rode. Again, to be really honest, I didn't really even watch a tutorial on how to use it good, which is probably a bad thing, especially with noise like this that you can hear from outside. Maybe I can do a better job in like taking it out, but maybe I'll do that post-production. And if you're thinking, how am I gonna save time by having a better microphone? It's the fact that you don't need to redo your videos 10 million times, or redo your audio, or record yourself so many times until you get a crisp audio. I remember when I was doing voiceovers on my TikTok videos without having a microphone, every time when I would speak and then stop and then start again speaking, you could feel the difference in the fact that I stopped. So I would try all the time to do the take in one take. So read all the script in one take, and then you're out of breath. It just sounds very weird. So it does save you a lot of time, and people will hear you and understand you way better if you have a better microphone. You don't need to pay 120 euros for the wireless Me Rode. There's so many other microphones. I think even the cheap ones that you find on like Amazon, you can still get a better quality on your microphone than the usual from in camera or on your phone. The next point is to use the applications for your own benefits with time management. I I went into it last video talking about tech and what I use, but I'm just gonna make it super short. I recommend Shopify for building a website and also for order management. It makes it so much easier. CapCut to edit your videos for TikTok and Instagram. Premiere Pro or Final Cut Pro to edit your YouTube videos. Lightroom and Photoshop for photography editing. Obviously, last one is Canva to build the identity of your brand, logos, thumbnails, everything. Canva can help you with that. Now, I'm not telling you just use these applications. Go within your brand and find out what works best for you. But it's good to have a to-go applications, you know, especially if you want to buy subscription plans and stuff. It's very good to just try the free plans and see what works best for you and have your to-go applications. It can be extremely tiring and it takes a lot of your time finding out, oh, should I use this one and this one? This is the list that I went through and in the end found that works best for me. So look within what your brand does, what you do as a content creator or as a small business owner, and see what application suits you best. Invest in a good tripod. This is something that I need to take my own advice on because I feel really sad to say because I love my tripod, you know, but it's, honey, you're not the best. You're not the best. It takes me so much time to set it up and it's really plasticky. So usually the frame is not really straight, you know, and I've been having this tripod, I think for a year. It's coming on a 1-year anniversary. And I think I paid like 10 euros on it, nothing more than that. So it's not the best tripod and I can feel it, you know, it takes me a lot of time to put it shorter if I want to put it on a desk or just move it, you know. Whenever I try to move the tripod, put it a bit down or up, it's really plastic and it goes like tuk, 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 tuk. You know, it's I don't want to talk bad about my little tripod that is actually holding the camera now, but I think it's time for a new one, especially for me. I didn't realize it's wasting so much of my time until a couple of like months ago when I started also filming YouTube videos, and it's just like so unhandy. And I see all these people having these cool tripods that, especially for filming with your phone, invest in a good tripod because it would save you a lot of time. You know, you want to be able to grab it, set it up really quick and do what you need to do. I think actually after this video, I'm gonna order a new tripod. So I'm gonna search to see if I found something. If I find something, I'm just gonna place it here. This is hilarious. So while I was making this video, I finished it and I was trying to make another video just about like for my TikTok and Instagram, and this happens. My tripod just broke on me, and because I was trying to like put it down and it just broke off completely. So I can't do the video anymore, but I found it so funny that this broke, especially when we were just talking about it. Now I feel like I'm talking super bad about my tripod that is holding my camera right now, and I can see it and I feel really sad. I attribute emotions to objects. That's definitely not a good thing. But anyways, I will buy a new tripod. Last point that I want to make is to have a thermal printer. If you watch these type of videos, probably you saw other creators recommend this, and it is because it's such a great tool. If you already have a printer, I would still recommend to get a thermal printer because it's just so much easier. It just goes by an application, it goes via Bluetooth. You can buy the actual labels, shipping labels on Amazon. I think it's about 25 euros for 500 labels, but you know that for the next 500 orders, you're good. Before I had my thermal printer, I had to print everything and then attach it by hand. And this happened when I got, I think, 100 orders in a day. And then I had to pack everything and ship everything. And I can't tell you what a hassle it was. I have this one, I think it's from Moonbine. So I have this one that is called Moonbine. I have no idea, but I'm just checking how much it retails for, and I see the exact one that I have is retailing for 110 euros. That might be a lot to invest on a printer straight up if you just started your business, but if you have orders, it's good to invest that money back into buying this. And if you're like still not convinced, okay, you know what, I don't want to pay 100 euros for a thermal printer, don't say that I told you, but you can always go on AliExpress, and I found a lot of similar one. I don't know if it's the same printer and they just slapped the logo on it. I'm not saying that, I don't think so. But if you just want to pay like 50 euros, you can always get it there for cheaper, and at least you know you have it. You want my recommendation, just buy the real deal. For me, it works super good. I never had any issues with it ever. This next one is not really a tool or a physical product, but it's more being open to change. You can lose a lot of time by being stubborn and not being flexible in your business. To give you an example, if you're posting the same type of content for 3 months and you don't see anything in return, it's time for you to change your strategy. And although it might take a little bit of time to do that, in the long run, you will be saving more time. This and asking for help from friends, family, this is something that I never did because I thought I can always do everything by myself. But it's so important with saving time and your mental health to really have some people around you that can help you. My to-go person that kept me sane during the packaging. I remember in November, December, and January, I had really heavy months of everything getting sold out, so I had to pack a lot of orders, and I was so adamant to not let my partner help me pack because I needed to pack the orders how I knew. And I realized that there's no chance time-wise that I could do everything myself. It took me a long time to accept it, but he eventually helped me do that, and it did save me a lot of time. I must say, it did save me a lot of time. So don't be afraid of changing and asking for help when it comes to things like this. And this is a bonus tip. It might not apply to everybody because most of the people do things digitally, but also buying a Sumup. So Sumup is this type of like digital thing that people can just pay you on. So it connects, it has an application and it connects with your products. You put the pricing and you just select it when people need to pay, and they can just pay you via the Sumup. It goes in the application and then you can just withdraw the money. I think they take like some transactional percentage, but it's really nice if you're doing markets, fairs, stuff like this. And especially if you're at the beginning and you don't have a lot of followers, if you want my advice, is go do markets for sure, because this is how people will hear about you. I know that my first followers and my first buyers were because of the market. I had two, because one, I smashed it on the floor at a market and then I lost it. But if you're good and you take care of your products, you're gonna have this for years. And it really comes in handy when you're like, oh, I wanna do a market, and you already have it. It doesn't break the bank, it's like 20 euros, and it's definitely something that I would recommend to people. Okay. He decided to leave, but that's my dog. I didn't number this in my head, so I don't know how many things we talked about, but these are the things that definitely saved me a lot of time. I'm a big advocate, if you have the resources, the money that you get from your orders, to put back in your business, especially in the first year. So these are definitely some things that I would invest in. Things that save you time in the long run, you're gonna appreciate that a lot, because saving time on this means that you have more time to spend with your friends, your family, with yourself, with your personal things. So definitely give it a chance and let me know which things you bought or which things you already have, or if you have different tips on other time-saving methods, please leave them below. The last video that I posted got like 3,000 views, and I know for a lot of people it's not a lot. I just want to thank you for watching that video, giving me your feedback. You know, I surpassed 500 subscribers, and again, I know in the real of things it doesn't seem so much, but for me it's definitely something that I really appreciate, and it makes me so happy to make this video. I own a candle business, so I will start to do a series on candle related things as well, but I also like it to just talk about small businesses in general and tips that I might have for you. Now, I will see you next time with another video. It might be candle related, it might not be, I'm not really sure yet. Thank you so much for watching. Hit subscribe if you want. I feel so strange to say, but yeah, hit subscribe if you want to see more content, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao!